Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Kishore from Kishore Technologies. In this tutorial, I will explain you how to handle multiple similar elements using Webdriver, and we'll see how to count number of links, how to count the number of links and how to print the links names, and how to count the images, how to count the drop downs. So we can see how to handle multiple similar elements. Before understanding this concept, I will explain you one general example which helps you to understand this concept very effectively. So let me show you one general example you can understand, guys. See, assume that there is one organization. In that organization, 20,000 employees are working. Understand, 20,000 employees are working in the organization. And every employee is having some identifications. What are they? Employee name. What are the identifications we have? Employee name. Next one, gender, designation, and employee ID. Suppose if you would like to identify one employee in this organization, which identification we are using? Suppose I want to identify one employee in this organization, then we are using the employee ID as what? 14159 employee ID I'm using. When I search for the employee with this employee ID, only one result is displaying. That means what? In entire organization, only one employee is having this employee ID. So this we consider it as a unique identification. Unique identification. Understand everyone? Suppose I would like to identify number of Kishores in the organization. Then we are using which identification to identify number of Kishores? We are using the employee name. Employee name as what? Kishore. When I search for employee ID with the employee name, then automatically you'll get the around 50 results are displaying. What is the meaning of 50 results? 50 employees in the organization is having the same name as Kishore. Suppose if I would like to identify number of male employees in the organization, which identification we can use? Gender. Gender is what? Male. Around 14,000 results displayed. That means 14,000 male employees are working. So the conclusion here is, to identify one employee in the organization, we are using the employee ID, which is unique for every employee. But if I want to identify group of similar employees, then we are using the common identification. So what is the common identification for every Kishore in the organization? Employee name. What is the common identification for every male employee in the organization? Gender is the male. What is the common identification for every female employee in the organization? Gender is female. What is the common identification for every delivery manager in the organization? Designation is delivery manager. So to identify one employee, we are using the unique identification to identify the employee. But to identify the group of similar employees, we are using the common identification for that group. What is the common identification for that group? That identification we are using to identify the similar employees. Same thing we can convert into application example. Here we are talking about organization. There we are talking about application. Here we are talking about employees. There we have a elements. Here employees are having identifications. There elements are having the locators. Same example, same process we'll apply for elements as well, guys. But technical, there are some technical locators. Here we have a generic identifications. There we have a technical locators. So how it will be? See, now I just open one application. I just open one application. In this application, I would like to identify number of links. So I would like to identify number of links. So for identifying the number of links, you need to use common locator. There will be one common locator for every link. So here in this example, do you remember what is the common identification for every Kishore? Employee name as Kishore. What is the common identification for every male employee? Gender is male. In the same way, every link in a page also is having some common identification. So Kishore, first we need to understand what is the common identification for every link. So directly we cannot understand what is the common locator. That's what I'll show you one example to identify the common locator for link. Suppose let me take 2-3 links locators. Let me show you. Suppose messenger, there is a one link. Right click on this link, inspect. When you inspect it, you can see there is some list of locators of this link. I'll do one thing. I'll just note down these locators. Which element locators? These are all which link locators? Messenger link. So I'll just do one thing. Notepad. I'll just note down these locators. See, what is that? Messenger. Messenger link. What all the locators are there for messenger link? First is the tag name. Every element is starting with the tag name. What is the tag name for this link? A. A means anchor. So what is the tag name? A. Tag name is what? A. Anchor. Very good. Next one, href. Second locator is what? Href. So what is the href? Href stands for hyperlink reference. What is the hyperlink reference? In generic words, what is the functionality of link? Click functionality. If you click on the link, where you will navigate, that is called as hyperlink reference. If you click on messenger link, you will be navigating to this location, that is called as. Let me take the hyperlink reference of this messenger link. Copy this. I'm just noting down here. What is that? Href. What is the href here? Control V. Understand? Next one, title. What is the title of the link? Take a look at messenger something. This is the title. I'm just taking the title. So I took the locators of messenger link. I just noted down in a one notepad. Why? Because to identify what is the unique, what is the common locator for every link, based on the common locator only we can identify the number of links, guys. Right? See. Now coming to the next one. One link is not sufficient. I'm just taking another link. For example, there is a link called people. Another link is there, people. First identify what are all the locators are there for people link. See, first tag name. What is the tag name for people link? A. Same thing. See, people link. People link locators. First one. What is the first one? Tag name. What is the tag name? A. Fine. Next one. What is the hyperlink reference here? What is the hyperlink reference for this link? This is the hyperlink reference. I'm just copying and note it down here. What next here? href. Hyperlink reference. What is the hyperlink reference? This is the one. Next one is the title. What is the title? Copy this title. I'm just copying this title. Understand, guys? I'm just copying this title. Here, title is the this is the link. This is the title. Now, I took two elements, two links locators I have taken from the application to identify what is the common locator for these links. If you see these two links locators, which locator is the common locator? Title is not common. Title is different from people link to messenger link. href is also different from people link to messenger link, but there is a one common tag name. What is the tag name? A. That means what? While developing the application, developers are giving tag name is A, anchor for every link. So by using this tag name, so we can consider tag name is the common locator for every link. With the help of this tag name, now we can count the number of links. Understand? So tag name is same as what? Tag name is same for every link. Tag name is what? A. So employee name is same for every Kishore. Employee name Kishore is same for every Kishore. Gender is male, same for every male employee. Okay, delivery designation is delivery manager, same for every delivery manager in the organization. In the same way, tag name is A, anchor for is same for every link in a page. So with the help of this tag name, can I count the number of links? Yes, we can count the number of links. For that, we need to write the program. Understand, everyone? This is the base example to identify the number of links, images, and all. Simple. If you want to identify one element in a page, we are using the unique locator. And if you want to identify group of similar elements in a page, first we need to identify what is the common locator for that group. That common locator, with the help of that common locator, we can count the number of similar elements. That is what I explained in this example. If you want to count the number of images, you need to identify what is the common locator for every image. If you want to identify the number of buttons, then you need to identify what is the common locator for every button. Same procedure we need to follow to identify first manually, then same thing will convert into programming. Let me start with the programming, guys. You can understand. Now, I noticed there is a common tag name for every link. So with the help of the tag name, we can count the number of links. So how to start work with that? I'm just opening one application called Facebook application here. See Webdriver, I'm just creating the reference here, new Firefox driver. So I'm using the memory of the Firefox browser. Sorry, not binary. Firefox driver. Understand? Next one, what next we have? Driver dot get. I'm just using Facebook application. So what next? We have a maximizing driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. This is common code, guys. Okay, this is common code. In the next videos, I'll explain how to reuse this code by creating the methods. Don't worry about it. Once you open the application, once you maximize the application, now I would like to count the number of links. How to identify these multiple links? See, suppose if there is a one link, if I want to click on that link, or if I want to enter the value in this text field, if I want to enter the value in this text field, what to do? Before entering the value in this text field, Webdriver has to find out this element. We are going to work on only one element. That's what. First, we need to find out the element. How to find out the element? Driver dot findElement method we are using. findElement method we are using. When we are using this findElement method to identify one element in a page, this findElement method returns web element. Understand? findElement method we are using to identify the element by using the unique locator and working on the element. But now we are going to work on multiple similar elements. These multiple similar elements we need to identify. So how to identify one element? By using findElement method. But how to identify multiple similar elements method? By using findElements method. Very, very important question, guys. What is the difference between the findElement and the findElements? findElements method in Webdriver. findElement method we are using to identify one element in a page. But findElements method we are using to identify group of similar elements in a page. So findElement method we are creating to identify the elements by using unique locators. findElements method we are using to identify the elements based on the common locators. Let me show you what is the difference between the findElement and findElements method. You can see in a just a difference wise you can understand, guys. See, what is that findElement and findElements method? What is the difference between the findElement and findElements method? See, findElement method identify and returns only the first element. Suppose I'm using one locator. With that locator, there are 20 elements are available in a page. Doesn't matter. First, which element has identified? First comes first serve. Simple words we can say. So whichever the element is having whichever the first element is having this locator, that element it will identify. This is the one. It identify and returns only first element, even though more number of elements are having the same locator in a application. Understand? Suppose I have a 20 elements are there with the same locator, but no problem. By using findElement method, first which element is there, that element it will identify. But findElements method is what? It returns all elements with the same locator. Understand, everyone? findElement method returns only one element, but findElements method returns multiple elements which are having the same locator. This is the first difference. Very important question in interviews, guys. Next one. Suppose if I'm trying to identify one element with the findElement method with some locator, in case if no element is available with that locator in a page, you are getting the no such element exception. Understand? But same thing if you are using findElements method, if no element is there with that, no element is there with this locator, nothing wrong. It will return 0. It will return 0. It will not throw any exception. I'll show you practically in the next levels of training, guys. Coming to the next one. No index is applicable. What is the meaning of this? By using findElement method, it returns only one element. So it doesn't have any index. But findElements method returns multiple elements. So it will be allocating indexes, guys. And index number starts from 0. Index number starts from 0. This is the difference between findElement and findElements method. Understand everyone? So let me start with the example again. Now I would like to identify the number of links. So we already identified what is the common locator for every link. What is the common locator for every link? Tag name. So I can use this tag name now and count the number of links. So first find out the links. How to find out the links? Driver dot elements method we are using. findElement method returns web element, but findElements method is returning list web element because it is returning multiple elements, and these multiple elements we cannot accommodate into one element. These multiple elements we need to store them into one collection, list web element, collection of web elements we are using. findElements of by dot. So do you remember what is the example we discussed here? What is a common tag? What is a tag? What is a common locator for every link here? Tag name. So how can we write it? By dot tag name of what? A. I hope you understand. So what is the meaning of this statement? In the application, by using the findElements method, whichever the elements are having the tag name of A, those elements you can and stores into what is the return type? List web element, and stores into list web element. Here I'm just giving what? Links equal to. Understand? Do you remember the difference here? So what is that? It returns all elements with the same locator. That means what? In this page, whichever the elements are having this locator value, it will return them and stores into this collection. Now and everything. Third difference, allot the index numbers for elements. Did you see this? Index number starts from 0. So now I would like to count number of links. What is that? Collection. Whichever the links are stored into collection. Dot, what is that? Size. You can get the number of elements. In number of elements which are having tag name of what? A. That means indirectly what? Number of links. Because which elements are having tag name of A? Links are having the tag name of A, so that you can get the number of links. When I run this code, see, it will launch the application. It will maximize the application. It will identify the elements which are having the tag name of A, and those elements will be storing into collection, and it is printing the size of the is what? 53. What is the meaning of 53? 53 elements in a page is having the same tag name as A. I hope you understand. Now tell me, Kishore, I would like to count the number of images. So if you take the image, what is the common tag name for every image, guys? What is the tag name for every image? Okay, for every image, there is a one common tag name is what? IMG. Now tell me, guys, how to count the number of images now. Tag name is IMG, is same for every image. So how to write it? Come on, what is the lines of the code we require? Same code. List web element. List web element. What is that? Images equal to driver dot in a page, whichever the application you are working in that, find out the elements, whichever the elements are having tag name of what? IMG. Tag name of IMG. That's all. System dot images dot size. Understand? First time it will identify the elements in a page which are having the tag name of A. Then it will identify the elements in a page which are having the tag name of IMG. It will print the size of the collection. So let's run this code. You can understand. When you run this code again, it will launch the Facebook application and count the number of links and print them. Not print them, just print the number of links and count the number of images and print the number of images. Understand, guys? So see, finally, what we are doing here, if you want to work on multiple similar elements, first you need to identify what is the common locator for every that similar elements. Based on that common locator, we can identify the elements, guys. See, you can see the output as what? 53 and 4. And this is not only for Facebook application, guys. This I can use it for any application. Suppose I'm just opening rediff.com. Let's run this code, guys. When you run this code, see, you run this code, it will launch the Rediff application. It will launch the Rediff application. It will maximize it, and it will count the number of links, and it will count the number of images. This is common for every application, guys, not only for Rediff or not only for Facebook application and all, because in every application, links are having the same tag name and images are having the same tag. 305 links in a Rediff application and 75 images in a Rediff application. This is about identifying the multiple similar elements. In the next sessions, I'll explain you how to work on this multiple similar elements. I would like to, till now I explained you how to count the number of links. In the next levels of training, we'll see how to print all the links names and how to print the links names along with the hyperlink references. That general multiple examples we'll see in the next video. Thank you all.